Crazy Legs Conti. Sort of a mashup of Nibble meets You've Got Cans. I'm going to move the Jamie Oliver America Cookbook out of the way. Really poor production value as of late. I got this scarf, though. That should make up for all of the inadequacies. Learned about it. Fashion for sure. Fashion advice under 10 seconds. Where do we want to put this? That would be the question. What about on the shelf? Right there? There, maybe? It's hard to say. Let's cheat the camera up. Let's see what it looks like. Right there you get, yeah, I guess maybe that'll do it. Can you get me all in? I guess if you don't, it doesn't really matter. So, yeah, let's do it. Nibble meets You've Got Cans. You've Got Cans, of course, celebrating canned beer, not as dirty as it sounds. And why Nibble? Because a bite is too little. Dinner is too much. Nibble is just right. I'm going to check the angle. See if we can see. Yeah, I'm just going to have to do it. Let's get some lighting in here. Let's start with You've Got Cans. What do I have here? I have the Asahi. Don't think this is special effects. This is actually the size of that beer. It is the size of a small child. 1 quart, 1.8 fluid ounces. That's 33.8 fluid ounces. That's the same amount as a 750 of wine. Oh yeah, the sweet sound. Way too much beer being opened in a can. You hear that? It's echoing. I visited. Oh no, maybe I visited the Sapporo Brewery. Yeah, I visited the Sapporo Brewery. But Asahi is incredibly refreshing. They say it's super dry. The beer for all seasons, and I would have to agree. It's really one of my favorites. It is the reason that it's the Japanese #1 beer. It almost is as if Coors Light Silver Bullet tastes the way that a good Sierra Nevada does. Combine those two. Sierra Nevada meets the Silver Bullet. That's what you get from Asahi. It's really good. Just refreshing. Not too hoppy. Hitting the spot for me right now. I'm going to be wearing scarves all the time now. Get used to it. Anyway, I don't know. These look like pumpkin people on this chip bag or whatever it is. This one has a shovel and a kid and could be an onion. I don't know. Let's take a look. I went to Sunrise Market. These look like your ubiquitous styrofoam packing balls. Not as offensive as Cheetos with that weird orange glow stuff. These are pretty good. Not too salty. Misshapen balls. Much like the men's room at the YMCA. But these taste, segue out of that last analogy, I'm getting a nice crunch, a nice dissolve. Crystalline would be the texture. Definitely getting salt. Maybe a little corn. I think it's corn. Kado corn puff. Onion. That's probably what I'm getting. Corn, vegetable oil, onion powder, sugar, spices, seasoning. Item number F470. Ask for it by name or number. Really good, actually. Good with beer. Particularly Asahi beer. It's one of the few mass-produced puff chip things I really enjoy. I got some noodles. I'm not going to eat these. I'll do something with those later, I'm sure. Maybe another episode of Drunken Chef. That one had the worst production value. At one point, for like 6 minutes, my overhanging gut was all you would see in the frame. I think it's probably the fourth part of it. But I do want to use Jamie Oliver's homemade pasta recipe and give that a shot. Maybe do it with beer. All right, healthy stuff first. Excuse me. Wow. This is nori, seaweed. I think they add a little agar, which is an agent to cause a little hardening, or gelatin basically. This says wakame nori, seaweeds, agar, sugar, yeast, extract, salt, wheat, corn, sesame oil, vinegar, tapioca, syrup, chili oil, red pepper. I don't really think they have put all those ingredients because mostly it's this beautiful mix of seaweed. Green, verdant, as if it had risen from the bottom of the ocean, where you can see it waving back and forth, fish swimming through it, pooping in it. Alright, so the two things you should know about seaweed. First is the texture. You get this great rubbery crunch, this great give that kind of breaks as if it's almost like a reed filled with water bubbles. It really pops in your mouth. It's kind of Pop Rocks would be the closest thing to it. But the other thing you get is so good. It's amazing, clean, fresh taste. If you've ever been taken under the undertow and you've been kind of thrown for a loop, and then you come up and all your sinuses are filled with salt water or even fresh water, and your eyes are watering, your nose is dribbling, but then you suck in some air and everything becomes clear, but you still feel like a little waterlogged, but very awake and lucid. That's what you get when you bite seaweed. So good. See how it goes with beer. Goes very well with the acai. I found almost everything goes with beer, with the exception of chocolate chip cookies. I discovered that in high school, in Neil McLean's basement, playing pool after watching The Color of Money on the big screen at the Belmont Cinema. His mom makes wonderful chocolate cookies, but Budweiser beer in cans, and Mrs. McLean's chocolate chip cookies. Not a good mix, gotta be honest. This is called Chirashi Sushi, cost $8.25. They had some beautiful hamachi rolls. This has an interesting kind of look to it. So I went with this, even though there was some pieces of sushi that appealed to me more. There's a couple things I can't identify. It's got rice underneath. Let's just pop this open. Oh! Salmon down. Let's get that, or tuna. Tuna, rather. Get some tuna with some black seaweed flakes on it that is now in the bag. I am not yet half in the bag from the acai. It would take at least half the can. Since that fell, let's eat that first. Beautiful coloring. Nice slickness to it. Tastes good. We got some rice under here. I'm curious what this brown thing is, though. It might be eel skin. And as you can see, going with no sauce. A little ginger there as a palate cleanser. Some salmon. I guess this is yellowtail, maybe. Tuna. Egg is the lead. Nobody wants the egg, let's be honest. Shrimp. And then this weird brown one. I don't know what that is. I'm going to move the ginger out of the way. Hello, ginger. Beer. I need another sip of beer. I gotta get back to that seaweed salad. So good. Alright. Let me get the brown thing in because we're probably approaching the 10-minute YouTube mark. I don't know what this is. I think it's eel skin. Look at that. That does not look appetizing at all. Gene Simmons' tongue comes to mind. Oh, it's leathery. Yeah. Could have been leather. I don't know. Bootstrap. I'm going to go with bootstrap of the ocean. Let's check the time. 9:27. Dessert. Quickly, quickly. Right here, Japanese rice cakes. Rice cakes, rice cakes. They come in a shiso leaf, glutinous rice. They're pink in color. Sweet, chewy red bean on the inside. Crazy Connie for NIBBLE, and you've got cans. We'll see you soon.